If you was a DC fan in 2018, it wasn't exactly the best time. Arrow was coming to an end, Flash had gone a little bit off the rails, Supergirl wasn't the best, Legends of Tomorrow was just a joke of a show, and at the time a little show called Krypton came out, which ended within 2 seasons. As it turns out, I was probably one of the only people to actually watch it, and the only thing we had to look forward to was a film of Aquaman, which I personally wasn't looking forward to, but it turned out to be alright. Wouldn't probably watch it again, it was okay. Then all of a sudden this show turned up called Titans. To be fair, I hadn't even seen it advertised, it just turned up, so I gave it a go, and this is about Titans. Now before we get started, I want to say I love this show. Genuinely, I've watched every episode. It's on the 4th season now, we're about halfway through, we're on the Christmas break, and I love it. It was a massive surprise when it first came out because it was different to all the CW shows. The CW shows were all light and fluffy and very sort of Disney Glee. This was different. This was dark. This was a different element all to itself. It was dark. It was dingy. There was swearing involved. There was blood and just the right amount of gore involved for it to not be a horror, but for it to still shock. They seemed to have got it right for a very long time. The variation in characters, the list of characters that they actually got the rights to use. Dick Grayson, who's Robin, who eventually becomes Nightwing. You see all variations of that in the show. It's awesome. His transition is brilliant. Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy, Dove, Hawk, Wonder Girl. Even the actor who played Hawk was Alan Richardson, who was in Smallville, who played Aquaman in Smallville. So that was instantly like, oh cool, I remember him. Jason Todd eventually comes into it and he's a proper messed up kid with a chip on his shoulder. It works. It's really good. And then Superboy comes in and he is what you expect him to be. The addition of Deathstroke, and he's one of my favourite supervillains. He's cool. He turns up. He looks exactly how you expect him to look. His suit is awesome. You know, every detail was perfect. Yes, it's a TV show and yes, I'm not expecting cinema motion picture perfection, but it's good. It's really good for a TV show. It's dark. It sticks to the story as well. Every show has got a certain element of politics and PC and wokeness to it, but there was just enough in there. Not too much where it was overpowering the story and becoming all about the world we live in today rather than the show, the characters, the fantasy, the escapism, the comic book element of it. It worked. Batman's in it. They get Ian Glenn from Game of Thrones. He plays an aging Bruce Wayne. And then you eventually see some sort of element of Batman as well. It's awesome. Up until season 3, it was pretty much bang on. At the end of season 3, you could start to see it creeping in a little bit. And you could start to see the embers of the political agenda coming in. And for a show that's so good, my big question is it starting to go a bit too woke? We're about halfway through season 4 right now, and I'm hoping it doesn't continue. You know, the addition of Tim Drake, and everyone's arguing, I've seen a lot of reviews, he was gay, he wasn't gay. I'm not being funny, Tim Drake had something in the region, I don't know whether it was 13 or 30 different relationships throughout the comics, all with women. Within no time at all, he's gay. You're like, okay, fair enough. But are they going to continue with this? Like Supergirl became a joke. It was a car crash of a show. It was literally a political agenda, narrative pushing pile of woke by the end of it, which was a shame because it had really good parts to it. I enjoyed it, but towards the end, it was horrific. And I just hope Titans isn't going to do the same thing. The storyline's good. Every TV show has got elements of this. I understand that. We almost accept it now. It's just the norm. It shouldn't be. It should be escapism. This is why we watch this stuff, to get away from the real world. So I will do a review at the end of the season where, like I said, we're only halfway through at the moment. But I hope it gets better. And I hope this isn't the beginning of the end for Titans. And I want to know what you think too. Leave your comments in the comments section. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and click that bell and keep an eye out for my next video. Cheers.